Good morning, y'all. Human Realness family, it's Get After It Wednesday. Okay, I'm growing my hair out. Get after it. Oh my gosh, it's a little chilly this morning. Look at that gray, y'all. Look at that gray. Look at that gray. Oh my gosh. All right, Get After It Wednesday. It is Mental Health Awareness Month. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And, BSG Consulting, Come Back Shane, we're all about changing lives, saving lives, making lives, make sure they include, belong, all of it. So we're out to save the world. So Mental Health Awareness Month. And my question for everyone is, what is your individual behavioral health plan? And I had to ask myself this question this time last year, as I was going through my life pivot. We don't call it mental breakdown, psychotic break, midlife crisis. Pivot sounds sexier, spicier. So going through my pivot, and I asked myself this question this time. I was like, what is my behavioral health plan? Because I had some individual things that I wanted to be able to take care of. PTSD from fundamental religious conditioning. I also wanted to understand more marginalization of LGBTQ and where I fit in that. Like, what is this kind of fringe of acceptance, how people include me in their life? And then I also want to understand how you identify what mental and physical abuse was, because I couldn't even identify those things. Because the things that happened to me, I thought, well, isn't that normal? And when I would travel the world and go see and journey through all these other places, people were like, no, it's not so normal. So I wanted some specific post-trauma, deep cognitive-based therapists, so specialists. So I had to communicate with my husband. Very important in your behavioral health plan, drafting your behavioral health plan, is communicate like, I want specific specialists. Do you trust me to draft something out? And he's like, yes, as long as it is medically certified. Yes. So I draft out, wanted somebody that dealt with religious PTSD, being involved in cults, what that looked like, the behaviors through that. And then I wanted to deal with deep cognitive-based therapy, how I decondition a lot of things that were intentionally done to me on both my physical body, my spiritual body, all those things, like the things that were intentionally done to me, how I decondition all these things. And that was going to have to be like a deep dive into who I am. So I had to first start with understanding, like, am I going to be okay diving into those parts of me? Because I want to keep myself mentally safe, because when you start diving into really who you authentically are, it could be a little scary. So you want to create some psychological safety. So I reached out to a friend who suggested Full Catastrophe Living by John Kabat-Zinn, and I made myself go through 60 days through the stress reduction program through the University of Massachusetts. So I really challenged myself, mindfulness-based meditations and focusing on that. And then another friend of mine, Vision, gave me a daily application to keep up on the routine of meditation, thinking, those deep cognitive-based practices every day. And suggested Vision Pursue, which was like a daily application to go through, to journal, take your time to meditate, and just be. And so I was like, okay, if I have these things to create psychological safety, and then I can, at the same time, working through the right specialized therapists who can deal with that. So that took research as well. So what I'm going to do for Mental Health Awareness Month, BSG Consulting, Come Back Shane, is I want to help y'all within these next Wednesdays do like a four-part series. This is the introduction. And for the other Wednesdays, I want to create a what is your behavioral health plan? And I want to lay out for you what I did this last year to kind of get me to knowing more of my authentic self, being okay with that, being confident with that, and then also how to live in like gratefulness and just being happy with who I am. And so I want to share those things over the next Get After It Wednesdays for the month of May, mental health awareness, save lives. Let's share our behavioral health plans. What is your behavioral health plan? Woo!